You know, when I think of video games, I rather think about people insulting your mother on Xbox and PlayStation rather than thinking on this. But this is reality. Korewa Genjutsu this. You have all of these people that are, I'm not even going to say left-leaning, they're far left-leaning activists, and they're going to lecture you about video games. Imagine in an alternate universe where you have four cardinals from the Catholic Church coming to a gaming publication in order to tell you which one of the games in year 2020 was the best. Why would you even be interested in that? I mean, imagine them going like, yeah, we didn't like the game Diablo, first of all, because of the name. But secondly, it has magic in it, and you can summon demons. 2 out of 10. Horrible game. Absolutely despicable. Meanwhile, Kingdom of Heaven is a amazing game. It allows people to experience how medieval churches were, and like 10 out of 10. Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny though. There is a website called Christ Gamers, and they do gaming reviews. Now, they're not allowed on Metacritic because allegedly Metacritic does not allow publications that are influenced by religion to make decisions. And it's kind of funny because Christ Gamers actually has a normal review that they review it from the perspective of a gamer, and then they have another review for the same game where they review it from the perspective of a Christian. And they actually like do deduce points if the game has magic and other non-Christians motifs and whatnot. They do take into account if you're fighting against evil. So, for example, in the game Diablo, they would give it points because you're trying to stop Diablo, but then they take away points for the gratuitous violence and the fact that you use magic and whatnot. But you know, like they actually openly proclaim themselves to be a Christian website. So I really don't mind. I mean, go for it. But in this particular case, this is one of the most prestigious California publications when it comes to video games. And the problem with it is that the grades and the articles, they go on Metacritic. Now, Metacritic has often been linked to publishers deciding whether or not the developers get a Christmas bonus or they get a green light for a sequel. You see, publishers, they invest millions of dollars from their own pockets. And they prefer having something, a number, like a mathematical equation, whether or not a game is doing well or poorly. So they use Metacritic. And thus there have been cases in the past where a game like Fallout New Vegas got less than it needed in order for the developers to get a Christmas bonus, so they didn't get a Christmas bonus. And now you understand how developers think. Like, they make video games for these people. Because they don't care about the consumer. They already get paid by the publisher. And they don't get a percentage from the sale. So they want to please the game journalists so that the score on Metacritic gets higher. And then they get their bonuses, or they may get rehired for a sequel and whatnot. And this is why you constantly see that the game journalists are the targeted audience by a lot of game developers. The consumer doesn't really matter. Like, it's not even part of the equation. And again, like, these people aren't representative for the consumer base. There is not a single moderate leftist in this group. There is not a single centrist in this group. There is not a single right-winger in this group. I don't know if any of them are even religious. But, you know, it's interesting to see who the gaming press props up as experts when it comes to deciding what are the best games in 2020. I mean, this lady, for example, she's a journalist and self-proclaimed activist. What do you think she's going to put forward? Her passion for video games or her activism? Which one do you think is more important? So you have Amira... I can't pronounce this, I'm sorry, I'm Romanian. I don't know what language this is, but I don't want to botch her name, right? Amira Virgil. See, I'm nice. I can be nice. I don't think she can pronounce my name either, so let's leave it at that. The innovator who pushed to make black visibility in the Sims community a priority. Great accomplishment for the gaming industry. Especially on a video game that is renowned for milking consumer with DLC after DLC. I mean, they would put like just some pets in there and charge you $10. But that's fine. That's fine. No, the real problem is the black visibility in the Sims community. Don't you have like the ability to create Sims of any color since the first installment of the game? And then not to mention, like, it's a single player game. What do I care about the community? If I play this game alone in my bedroom, what do I care about what my neighbor plays? It's just so bizarre, you know, like this is just some accomplishments in order to act like they are someone of renown or someone for prestige. Amy Hennig is someone of prestige and renown. You name drop Soul Reaver or you name drop Uncharted, everyone heard about it. They know who Amy Hennig is. She created those games. But you're not going to find her in this publication. She's not representative for the people that Kotaku is interested. Combo Fiend. Person that is really good in the fighting game community. You're not going to find him writing articles in Kotaku and talking about what the best fighting games of 2020 were. And these are the people that are beloved by the community. Like, even on gaming forums that are far left, you talk about Amy Hennig or Combo Fiend, everyone goes like, yeah, no. You go into one of the most conservative gaming forums on the internet, you go on 4chan, you talk about Combo Fiend, you talk about Amy Hennig, even those are like, yeah, no, they're good people. Like, it's universal. There's no controversy to be had. Okay? When you put someone like this lady that I'm willing to bet, like, I am willing to make this experiment, go on random forums about video games and name drop Amira Virgil. See how many people even recognize her. But, yeah, anyway, so she helped improve Sims 4 gameplay by collaborating with the EA and ushering in new skin tones. I don't think she helped. She had a job. Like, I'm willing to bet that she got paid money for this. But anyway, it's like Sims 4 gameplay by collaborating with EA and ushering in new skin tones. Can't you even mod this? I mean, I seen the modding community do wonders. If this was such an important milestone to be accomplished, if this was like such a desired thing by the community, they would just make a mod for it. But anyway, if you don't know her by Amira, then you might know her as Smira Mira. Oh, now I could pronounce it, see? Smira Mira. Or Mira, incredible advocate who is beloved by a lot of the people in the Sims community. I'm sorry, I just like The Sims really. When was the last time The Sims even made a sequel? I'm not dissing The Sims. I know it's a very popular game. I'm not the targeted audience. People like my fiance is the targeted audience. That's fine. But why do you bring a game that's 6 years old when we talk about 2020? And apparently, like, all this women collaborated is being obsessed about skin color in a video game. It's something that a modder could have done. You know, just like take the game, mod it in. And again, like Sims 1, you could have black characters in Sims 1. You could have it in Sims 2 and Sims 3. Like, they made it an issue. And it's a ridiculous issue. It's like me picking up Shadow Warrior, the video game, and complaining it doesn't have white characters in it because the main character is Asian. And it's like, oh, well, I'm white, they're Asian. I just can't play the game. I need someone to go into the company and mod some white skin. Isn't that, like, so petty? And I don't know. Then you have Danielle, Ebonic Sims. Why is everyone with Sims? And finally, we got to Hasan Piker. And this is the man that said America deserves 9/11. Just so we're clear, like, you know who we're talking about. Okay? Like, these are the good people. These are the ones that we need to get morality for and representative of the gaming community. The leftist streamer who turned Twitch into a destination for political coverage. In other words, like a person who literally made Twitch unfriendly for hardcore gamers. Like, a streaming platform that was made for gaming now has more political content on it, and that's a good thing. On a gaming website. Imagine if I was to join a political website that talks about left-leaning issue and I turn it into video games. And then I get an award by some, you know, political commentaries at academia. Wow, V is so great. He managed to completely destroy this forum that used to be talking about socialism and getting communists together. And he completely shifted it into video games. Hasan Piker was hardly an unknown quantity on the Twitch at the beginning of 2020, but this was inarguably his breakout year. The outspoken leftist coverage. Why do they even call it leftist? Why don't they call it communist? Like, I wouldn't call a Nazi a right-winger, you know? It's just, like, weird. He's a self-proclaimed communist. I'm not even saying it as an insult. Like, he is identifying with the ideology. But I guess even the people at Kotaku know that, well, you know, maybe we shouldn't just outright say communism. It kind of sounds bad. Let's just put it left-leaning person. However, unlike the button-down broadcasts, Piker brought a relatable authenticity to the proceedings, translating major national events and politically charged Twitter spats alike for an unruly audience. Piker affectionately jokes that he babysits the viewers who calls his stream home. I should have asked for a Gillette this Christmas, shouldn't I? During a time when the internet didn't produce content so much, as it birthed a quivering, undifferential mass of the stuff every several microseconds. What? Who wrote this? Stefan Totillo. Stefan Totillo, I know you can write. Like, I saw articles from Stefan Totillo that were good. But, like, can anyone tell me what he wants to say here? The internet vomit birthed a quivering, so as it's vomiting the birth, it's also quivering, undifferentiated mass of the stuff every several microseconds. Can anyone make anything from this sentence? Like, no, seriously, me no speaking English, I'm Romanian, I get it, but like, what does he mean? Like, what the vomit birthed, quivering, undifferentiated mass of the stuff every several microseconds. Man, I'm getting old, aren't I? I don't understand English anymore. Piker Stream provided an essential service, curating the madness in a way that isolated what mattered. This is what you write when someone actually doesn't accomplish anything. And you need to puff him up. You need to make him sound more important. I mean, when you put someone like Piker next to other intellectual heavyweights, I mean, this lady actually did something, okay? She actually worked at EA Games. She improved The Sims 4. All the other ladies did something. Well, he didn't do anything. So now you need to just write, just drivel in order to make him look, it's like, well, you know, he's a good person as well. What did he do? Well, he spoke on Twitch. Called the stream his home. Babysat people. Piker's appeal is not just in what he says, but in how he presents information. While your parents were most likely watching CNN, John King tap around an electoral map on a giant touchscreen, Piker sorted through exit polls and early reportings the same way I did, clicking fanatically between tabs of different news sites, YouTube streams, and various chats. Not long ago, conventional wisdom said that politics was a no-go zone for Twitch streamer. Because it was against the rules. You literally couldn't talk on Twitch about you had to play a game. Like, that's why Twitch was a video gaming platform. But I guess a video gaming publication cherishes when video games are being pushed out of their own space now. At least if they wanted to maintain their viewership. In part thanks to Piker, that is resoundingly no longer the case with many other streamers. What do you mean, like, resoundingly no longer the case? Like, man, I really hate the way a video gaming website celebrates video games being pushed out of their own spaces. I mean, there are so many places on the internet where you can talk politics. So many. And yet so few places where you can enjoy video games. You know, like, if we are to play a game, you tell me a website where you can talk about politics, I tell you a website that's video game exclusive. I have a feeling that I will run out of websites before you do. Like, Twitch used to be something for the gamer. Can the gamer have a place that is dedicated to video games, huh? Like, if I want to talk about politics, I need to relax to unwind before I can do it. Do I have a place to relax and unwind? No, everyone is about politics. Yeah, these are the gamers of the year. I'm willing to bet that if you name drop Sonic Fox, you know, the African American LGBT furry who won the Mortal Kombat Championship and he's really good at fighting games. If you drop Sonic Fox, people know who he is. You can't go on every gaming forum. People know who Sonic Fox is. You name drop any of these people, I don't think a lot of individuals will know who they are. Maybe Hasan Piker, because he's been on the Young Turks and, you know, people saw him in the news with that America deserved 9/11 thing. But other than that, I don't think anyone knows who these people are. And yet Kotaku is telling me that they are the gamers of the year. So out of the entire millions of gamers, this is who they bring forward. And not one of them, not a single one of them won just one gaming competition. Just one gaming competition. League of Legends, Dota, any game you want, just pick one. Not one of them won a competition. Because you don't need merit to win awards now. You just need to do activism. Like if you do activism and you push far leftist politics, far leftist politics, then you get to be like gamer of the year. If these people weren't knitting, like if tomorrow Hasan Piker starts knitting, he would probably be nominated by the knitting journalist as the knitter of the year. I'm not even kidding at this point. Like it really is. Like it doesn't matter. Just pick a hobby. Pick anything you want. Tennis. I don't know. If he does that, then the journalists at those hobby enthusiast magazines are going to consider that no, he's the tennis man of the year. He's the chess player of the year. It doesn't matter. Just like, because it's not about what he does. It's not about how he plays. No. It's just about what his politics are. And what are his connections, and more importantly, does he push the message? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting year, 2021. The gaming industry is not doing so well, but luckily we have Japan. I mean, Japan still makes good games, occasionally. Because I lost faith in America, so the only places that I think games can come out now is Eastern Europe and Japan. That's it. America, I don't think they can pull out a great game anymore. Hopefully I'll be wrong. Hopefully they'll manage to pull something out in 2021 that's going to impress me. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section.